Hi kids, welcome to episode 17 of the Demonetized podcast.
That should be your new intro everywhere. Hi kids.
Hi kids.
It's terrifying.
Woo, 17! Is it 17 though? Wait, yeah, I think it's 17.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a guy with a hat. My name is Indigo. I'm also joined by a girl with a hat, whose name is not Indigo. Hi, Maya.
Hi, I'm Maya Fennick. Nice to meet ya.
How you doing, Maya? Actually, how are you doing?
Yeah,
You've
how are you doing?
Having a week?
I've been quite sick, actually.
Yeah.
And
You know what? Over the past few days, so many people have DM'd me on various platforms. Friends, family, fans. Like, Indigo, how is Maya doing? Is she alright? Is she gonna die? And the fact that you haven't put out a statement on what's happening, I think people are... This is a good platform for you to, like, tell people what's
maybe
happening.
We'll talk a little bit
Yeah.
about that.
Before that, though, we're, of course, also joined by the guy from the northern shores of England, Dave, by Dave.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Dave, how are you doing?
I have
Yeah,
a question
good.
for you, Dave.
Yeah, go
Is
for it.
England your city?
No. But
Is Ireland your city?
nope. It's Wales.
Would you rather be presented as the northern shores of England or the southern shores of Scotland?
What?
I don't know. Whatever
I'm
you want.
equally offended.
Yeah, no. It's funny actually because in Britain, if someone calls a Welsh person English, then it's not offensive, but there's a rivalry there. So it's always a bit of a thing because everyone always, if you go to America or you speak to Americans, so it's like you're like, oh, I'm from Wales. They're like, oh, England, cool. And you're like, no.
They're like, no.
It's
Yes,
like
it could be a little bit like this with Sweden and Norway.
yeah. It's exactly the
There's,
same
like,
thing. Yeah.
The Nordic countries.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely a rivalry.
Oh,
going
yeah,
on
for
here.
sure.
Someone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're these Norwegian guys. We're like, no, we're Swedish.
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
the problem is that,
Fuck squads.
like, imagine if Sweden and Denmark and Norway, if they were all on an isolated island. I think that's kind of what Great Britain is having.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
it's all right. It's
Maya.
all.
What's going
all
on with
Britain.
Maya? Because I obviously you said last week about your wisdom tooth, but then I saw your Snapchat
Oh,
like
yeah, right.
I think it was yesterday. I saw a Snapchat and they had like stuff on your face. So I was like,
Yeah, so this week has been kind of crazy. So they're currently like, so I had the wisdom tooth thing from last week, and that was just like bad timing with
yeah,
with a lot of other like examinations that I was that I had to do. So basically, they're evaluating. Like I had to. What do you say? I'm doing a sleep investigation.
I mean, kinda.
Sleep, body, mind, something.
I gotta
Something's. Yeah, Google that. Yeah. So. Wait, Indigo is googling.
No,
the,
you can
Okay.
I'm fine.
So anyway, so I have not been feeling very well for quite a long time, and I've been having like trouble sleeping.
I think it's called an assessment.
An assessment, neurophysical assessment.
whoa,
A sleep assessment, I guess.
Yeah. So they're wondering, like, I'm on a couple of different medications. Most of them are like antidepressive, and some of them also to like help and get a better quality out of my sleep because I'm very tired during the daytime, and now they're basically like I've got the diagnosis delayed sleep phase or something like that. So they think that I have a something like my body doesn't wake up until later in the day.
whoa,
So that's why, like, I'm a real night owl. So if you wake me up early in the morning, I'm always like sleepwalking, and Indigo can.
Yeah.
Indigo knows how it is. Like when I try to go up early, I'm just like not there, and it's really weird, and I just feel like out of myself and very off. So now we did some like real tests on that, and I had to sleep with, like, the first night I had to sleep with some kind of watch on my wrist and a like oxygen what's it called?
I don't
Meter?
know.
Oxygen?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think, yeah, and it like measures your breathing, does it?
Yeah. So I had that, and I had some kind of sensors on my chest, which was measuring like how I was breathing and if I moved around a lot when I slept. And when we got the results, I went to the doctors this Tuesday. They said that I didn't sleep very well, like very lightly and very little REM sleep, like deep sleep.
Yeah.
And it's very delayed for me, so I don't fall asleep until like later in the night, almost in the morning. That's like when my body rests, kind of. But they found that my heart was beating a little bit. I had a bit weird heart rate because they could see that while I was like, I didn't move a lot when I was sleeping, but my heart just went away and my pulse kept like it was high and low and going here and there.
Yeah.
Which was hard to, like, they couldn't really explain that, so they wanted to do more tests. So that's why I did. Here's another word for you to Google. It's in Swedish. It's called polysomnography.
Wow. Right?
I don't know if you could just.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, Google it. Where they wanted to like measure.
Polysomnography.
Okay. There you
A
have
type of sleep study, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, but so I had this like EKG sensors on my heart, and I had about 14 different electric like cords on my head to measure like my brain activity when I was sleeping, and also like to measure the muscles in my face, because apparently like when you're sleeping and when you're dreaming, like when you're in the REM phase of sleeping, the body shuts down all muscle activity except the muscles around your eyes. So they were measuring like how my eyes were moving, and I also had sensors like all the way down on my legs. So they wanted to try to pick up if I was if my legs were twitching a lot when I'm sleeping. If that's why like I don't get any quality while I'm sleeping, and if that's the thing that's causing my heart rate to go up and down and be a bit off. So I had to sleep with this. I had to sleep with this machine connected. I look like a cyborg.
Yeah, you look like a proper android sent by Cyberlife. You know?
So I had to sleep with that, and they got to sleep on the couch that night. But I was like connected to all these cords, and they were measuring how everything about me when I was sleeping. And that was Wednesday? That was Tuesday night.
2 nights ago, yeah.
2 nights ago. So yesterday morning when I woke up, I had all these cords and stuff, and I had to go to the doctors again and like give it back. And now they're going to analyze the material, and apparently it's going to take a little while. So my next like appointment with the doctor will be in January, since it's Christmas and everything. And then we'll get to see hopefully what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
So while I was doing all of this, also I had, from last week, my wisdom tooth that was growing out, and it actually caused, like, after we recorded the podcast, I got a real infection from it.
Oh no!
It was like a massive infection, and I was just like put out for days, and I had fever, and I've basically just been sleeping
since.
Yeah, I can't remember when I was so sick last time, but I got really bad, and it was just hurting, and so yeah. But anyway, so weird timing for all of that to happen at the same time, but now I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm still like, I'm always very tired during the day, and so that it feels good that I'm finally getting some kind of explanation, because most of the time I just feel like bad about myself and sloppy, and I'm like I get a bad conscience.
Yeah,
and I just feel like I'm yeah, like why can't I be, like everybody else can be up and running and effective in the morning, and I just can't, and I just, like, it just made me sad because I felt like I was stupid or something. Like, well, why can't I do this? But no, it feels good to have, like, get to know that, okay, I literally can't be, effective in the morning because my body doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So
oh, man.
it's going to be really interesting to, like, get the results of everything and hopefully, like, get some more quality out of my life and not just be sleeping all the time.
Yeah. I think this is, of course, a very long process. But, the fact that whatever happens next will eventually, in the long run be for the better. I think that's a very good, like, thing to, I guess, look forward to.
Yeah, at least you like moving forward, rather than...
Yeah. I've been taking a lot of tests, like, during this fall and been leaving a lot of blood samples and going to different doctors. So it feels good to finally get somewhere where I've been taking seriously and where they're doing this, like, full neurological thing. So
yeah, well, I hope you feel better. That sucks.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers to your continued improving health.
I hope so.
Peace.
Peace. So I have nothing really exciting. I've just been, like, at home sleeping or going to the doctor's, been there for a couple of hours and then come home, continue sleeping, and that's been my week, more or less. I've been playing Pokemon, like I've had very low on energy, but I have been playing some Pokemon, so that's
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, because I
Eevee.
was going to ask you both, actually. So I'm thinking about getting a Switch, but I don't know enough, because I would get it for Christmas, around Christmas. But I wanted you both to convince me and explain to me why I should get it. Because, like, I don't know about it. Like, is it online? I don't know anything about it. I just know the games that are on it. So.
Okay. Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Last night, Endigo had brought his PS4 here, and last night we were browsing games on it, and we were like, yeah, maybe we should get some new game to play, and. It ended the same way every game. You're like, yeah, this is like a cool game, but I'd rather have it on my Switch. Yeah, this seems like a cool game, but I'd rather have it on my Switch.
Cool.
And why is that, Endigo?
Yeah. So basically, every game I want to play on the PS4 these days, I'm like, why don't I have this on the Switch? I mean, the Switch is such a system. It's such a great thing. It's really revolutionized how I play games. I think
portability is just like I've been a lot in different waiting rooms. Like at the doctor's, I could just bring my Switch and I've been playing Pokemon.
Yeah. I'll say this: I'm typically way more of a home TV gamer than a portable gamer. I've barely played the Switch on the TV docked at all. I only play it portably because it's so convenient.
Just easy,
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it might be worth it if there are enough games that interest you. What you do need to know is that if you want to play games online, you need the Nintendo Switch Online subscription, which is, I think, 40 a year. 40 quid.
It's not much. It's 20 quid a year.
Oh, 20? Oh, that's even better.
For a whole year. So
yeah, that's true.
It's not a lot.
However, some online games don't require it, including Fortnite for some reason. Fortnite is totally free, including free online, so that's good, I guess. But what games are you interested in for the Switch?
So if I got a Switch, would we be able to play games together online?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as long as you have the same games.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I didn't really know. Because I only know, like, it's a portable game, and I only get all the portable console that you can use on a TV, but you can also there's a load of really good games on it. So that it just kind of convinced me
for sure. If you get Mario Party or Mario Kart or something like that, or even Fortnite, we can all be sitting in the same room playing Fortnite together.
Wicked. Okay, cool. I think you convinced me then. I'll probably do that. Yeah, because I was like...
it would be so much fun.
I was definitely going to get it, but like I've been thinking about streaming, like I spoke to Endigo in the week. I've been thinking about... I want to do more streaming on Twitch, but I would have to get a... Because I can stream from my PS4, but that's kind of like slowly becoming more outdated. It's like...
Oh, yeah. I used to do that too. It's very 2014.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that for a bit, but... I was thinking about getting a PC, but I'm like, well, I can't really justify getting a Switch and then trying to get a PC, so I'd have to just like save up for a PC. But still, I think I might just get a Switch, and then like eventually one day when I can afford a PC, I'll just get it.
Yeah.
I got my Switch 2-3 weeks ago. So I haven't had it for very long, but I really love it. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, and there are so many good games on it that are exclusive. Like obviously, all the Nintendo games most of them are really really good, except for maybe like Mario Tennis, which is supposed to be pretty bad. But like Mario Odyssey, just that game alone, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, like I'd say get those two, and you're probably set for a good while.
Yeah.
And then of course Mario Kart, Mario Party, just all the Mario games, really fun.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. Also, there is a game. Do you know of a game called Warframe?
Yeah, Warframe, yeah.
Yeah, so that just launched on the Switch a couple days ago.
Oh, cool.
And it is totally free. It's basically Destiny, but free, but better. And it doesn't require Nintendo Online either. And it has built-in voice chat. So, you know, hypothetically, we could all start playing Warframe and, like, go raiding together online in this big MMO world for absolutely free.
Sounds good.
Could be cool. Could be cool.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, David! Oh,
Bless you.
It was away from the microphone.
yeah. Move away from the mic to sneeze. To quote Tay Sunday. But yeah, definitely get a Switch, dude. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, talking about Tay Sunday, did you see he did a song about PewDiePie?
Dude, I saw the beginning of it. I was like, oh, Tay Sunday is doing a song again. I didn't think it was that good, to be
it's really
honest.
bad. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I do enjoy him in general for the memes, but if I'm sorry, I don't think his music is very good in general.
But
like,
I think the backing track is like royalty free or something. I don't know if he produced it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, if you look in the back, in his like, because he's got his door open and you can see like it's just like a stereo track in the back that he's singing over. But the song itself is really weird. Like the chords, are, like the changes and the whole melody. It's all over the place. Like I don't know. I found it really weird. But you know, it's a good meme that he's in on the meme. But I did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was strange.
Like God, I remember when he blew up with Chocolate Rain, and I started looking into some of his at that time recent songs, and he had a single called like The Year 3000 or something like that, or 6000. Where he just, kind of like Chocolate Rain, he just looped this one sentence, like, in the year 6000 will be, and then it would say something like, dating aliens, and then in the year 6000 we'll be marrying our computers, and that was the entire song for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. But, you know, you gotta love his voice, though.
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
Dude, speaking of PewDiePie and T-Series, did you watch live when he was supposed to be passed and Markiplier saved the day, basically?
No, I couldn't watch it live. I was out, but I know what happened. He just live stream talking, didn't he, until people subscribed. I was on the subway and I was just going into there's a stream on YouTube like 24/7 called like PewDiePie versus T-Series with both of their Social Blade counts and Digital Lasagna playing, and I just went into that and I saw that there was like an 8,000 sub difference between them, and I was like, well, here we go. Like, hopefully they won't pass them until I get home and can talk to Maya. And then I just do something else for 5 minutes and I go back on and suddenly there's a like 70k difference. I'm like, what just happened? And I noticed that Markiplier is streaming, and yeah, he's just talking, and it's a 45-minute thing. It's on his channel, and it's just him doing a rant in different voices, switching personalities, and it's really weird. But it's all about like, you need to subscribe to PewDiePie. If you don't, you have no family anymore. And like, it's like that for like 45 minutes. I'm kind of surprised that it had such a big effect, because you'd think that like his influence over Pew's audience wouldn't be that much because they would be fairly similar.
You'd think, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Because during this stream, you see the live count go up by like 130,000 more.
Yeah.
Just during the stream alone. It's
crazy.
Insane. Yeah, and then like Jack starts tweeting, and you know, everybody suddenly on my timeline, even small YouTubers who have nothing with this thing to do that I follow, who are like totally out of this whole thing, start making like subscribe to PewDiePie jokes and videos, and I'm like, this really is a thing now
I
for
think
real.
he's genuinely going to last until 2019 because it's. I
Oh
can't,
yeah, without that.
It's crazy. I don't know how long it's going to go on for. Logan Paul is in on it now, and he's doing a video about
I
it.
saw his tweet yesterday.
So
like,
it's just blown up. It's crazy.
Sorry.
yeah.
But,
I've been thinking about joining the battle myself, maybe. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what I could contribute with. Like,
I get, but you
he's
want
already
to be
winning
part of it anyway. You know, even if you can't make an impact.
Yeah.
It's good to
yeah. Could we just talk about that, by the way, real quick? About being part of it?
Yeah.
So, if anybody's missed it, last week on the episode, Dave teased a video he was going to make that you said it was going to be cool, maybe, if it were to happen, but you weren't sure if it was going to be doable at all.
Because I didn't have some responses from some people.
Yeah, so fast forward a week, and the thing is, it is out. And, you know, it's been fairly successful. PewDiePie retweeted it, and he was like, lol. What was this video, Dave?
So
Tell us about it.
The premise was like I was going to pay people on Cameo, so like minor celebrities, to endorse Felix in his battle against T-Series. And the whole idea was like, I thought, okay, well, if I just pay people to say like help PewDiePie, instantly people are going to just say no, because like, you know, there's like some people just wouldn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, I'll kind of put it as like he's my friend, and I'll change the parameters of the battle for each one. So I told each person a different story. Like
Also, you called him Felix. So
yeah, I called him
couldn't,
Felix as well. Yeah, so that people would still do it. But the podcast we did last time, I think I had 4 responses, but I didn't have Greg Sestero and I didn't have Hornswoggle, the wrestler. And then also, like when I got them, after we spoke, I was like, I need to get more people. So then I started asking some YouTubers and some other people. And I asked Dylan the Hacker, and he sent me a video. And I just made
that
this.
was wonderful.
Yeah, that was actually really good. That was kind of a last minute thing as well. So I got all these people just to support. To support PewDiePie in his battle against T-Series, and it was like a load of random. I tried to think of like a good like selection of different things. So you got like Chris Rankin, the actor from Harry Potter, and then you got Greg Sestero, and then you've got wrestlers, and then you've got like a TikTok guy, you know, and then I got you guys, and then Dylan the Hacker. There's a couple that didn't. I asked Marina Joyce, and she politely declined. She
Did
was
you
close.
understand what it was about?
Yeah, she did, but I think like because she's had like she's been in
history
like drama with Keemstar this
Yeah.
last couple of weeks as well, so I think she just wants to stay out of the limelight a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But she was nice about
fair
it.
enough.
All
right.
And Ricky Berwick was going to do one, but I didn't have time.
Oh shit, dude, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, he said he'd film one, but then I got all the other responses, and I was like, you know, I got to post it, so I just said, like, you know. But yeah, so I'm glad it came out well. Like I didn't really know what to do with the videos when I got them, so I just kind of put them in like a montage. We watched the video when you released it, and God, it's one of the best things you've done.
good.
I think I was like bursting out with laughter.
It's just like
hysterical.
The idea was good. Like the video itself isn't that great, like because I don't do anything really. But it was one of the things that you just like. The idea was good enough just to do it like that.
Yeah, like the core print, like the
principle,
premise of like getting all these people and having them not really in on the joke is like.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Really good.
I'm hoping that like.
battle.
I'm hoping Dylan the Hacker will turn into something because like, you know, because I think that gives Pewds a video to do. You know what I mean? He can use that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping that, you know, maybe it'll turn into something because I just thought his response was so funny. Like So I don't know. We'll see. But
yeah, great job, dude.
Yeah, great job.
Thanks.
The 9-year-old army is proud of you.
It was fun. Also, I have a conspiracy. So
all right,
it's not really a conspiracy, but you know, like it was a bit of a meme that Jack and Mark weren't involved in the war.
Yeah.
Well, conveniently, the day that Pewds released a video defending the criticism of Cloak, their combined clothing brand, is when they both decided to join the fight. So,
seems suspicious. I mean, yeah, you gotta wonder what took them so long I mean, we don't know obviously the behind the scenes of how these people are in real life, but like maybe they just don't talk that much. You know, people change. People, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're not as close as everyone thinks they are. Yeah.
I just think they're all very busy people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You get this image that Jack and Pewds used to hang out a little bit more, maybe a couple like a while back, maybe more than they did with Mark, probably because he lives in like
America.
across the ocean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like they've all been, you know, just very busy. Jack has been in America for such a long time this year.
Yeah.
So, you know, But yeah, interesting nonetheless. What do you think personally, Dave, about this whole cloak thing, by the way?
So I don't really mind it. It's a weird one, I think, because normally when you have YouTubers who make a clothing brand that isn't merch, they don't market it to their fans. They just they let them know that it exists, which I think is fine. For example,
like Suki.
Yeah, like Suki and like Teddy Fresh. You know, like they know it exists. Yeah. If you want it, it's fine. But the problem with the Mark and Jack one, I think the reason they're getting criticism is because the way they've promoted it is like a reasonably priced gaming like brand for their audience, and it's clearly way out of the budget of all of their, like the majority of their audience. Their audience are really young. I think, you know, all their stuff is really expensive. If you go on their website, you'll see like the only thing sold out is their cheapest item. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure.
The criticism of the actual brand itself, I think, is kind of stupid because, you know, like everyone has a different opinion on what they like, you know, what looks good and stuff. So I think the brand's fine and it looks cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all this. I think there's a lot of people doing this kind of thing at the moment, and I think it's okay. I don't know. It's a really weird one. What do you guys think?
I definitely see the issue people are having. That being said, I also absolutely get the point that, like, well, it's not supposed to be merch. It's supposed to be a high-end brand. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a really weird situation, and I think that comes with, like, that's some kind of weird stigma that being a YouTuber who then tries to do something else aside from being a YouTuber, you often see this kind of thing happening once you start doing something that's not, like, strictly YouTube. You know, I see some kind of weird parallel to when Emma Blackery were starting to do, like, hey, I'm gonna do music. It's not YouTube, it's, like, serious music. And she got similar kind of, like, reactions from people, like, oh, why aren't you just doing the stuff that we like? And she was like, well, this is what I want to do, and it's like not necessarily YouTube just because I'm the one behind it. And it kind of feels like this is a similar kind of thing where they're like, well, you know, we just want to do this because we want to do this, you know.
I think that's fine when it is that. I think with Cloak, because they've pretty much had their own like promotion campaign behind it on their own channels. You know, they've both done multiple videos about it. They've both done like 2 sit-down videos where it's very serious. They've had that like video where they're dancing with the woman, the pole dancing woman.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is quite funny actually. But you know, like, and that is
he changed the thumbnail.
Yeah, well, have you seen the socks of what they say on her socks? It says like, "I love cock" on her sock. So,
what?
Yeah, if you watch the video, you have to watch it. It's crazy.
Oh god.
But you know, so clearly they're marketing. They're like want their fans to buy it. So it I think the question then comes in, like, is it manipulating a younger fan base to buy a product that they wouldn't normally buy?
Are they doing a Jake Paul?
Exactly. You know, have you seen the Nerd City video on Jake Paul's merch?
Have I? I think I have.
I don't think
I've seen. Well, I've seen people talk about the video.
It's a really good video, and it talks about
it's
about like advertising standards and how it's actually illegal to manipulate young audiences because they can't make decisions for themselves, basically. So I think that's the problem. Like, they're going into that territory, but I don't think they're bad guys. I don't think they intend to do that. So I think it's fine. It's just it's hard to do it to do something like that and get it working without any criticism on YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the way I see it is their current demographic with the YouTube like channels isn't necessarily the audience that they want buying this merch necessarily in the first hand. However, I think it's definitely a very wise place to start promoting it due to the massive scale of their audience, and then I guess they're hoping to get some kind of a snowball effect. something like that. Which, you know, I see the reasoning. All that being said, I think I don't know. I'm looking at the items right now, and I'm like, maybe their audience, like if we're imagining this typical younger kid who likes to watch, I don't know, Granny and Baldi's Basic Let's Plays. I'm not sure if this is for them in the first place.
Everything is like black and gray scale.
Yeah, it's very mature.
Look very childish.
Yeah.
And they're big sizes of everything.
So
the hoodies are like $80.
Yeah. And even with like Suki, I think it's like everyone kind of saw Teddy Fresh do well, and the fact that it wasn't merch, and you know, everyone wants to make their own clothing line. If everyone could like have custom clothes all the time, they would, wouldn't they? So when you've got people who can afford to do that, you know, people start doing that, and it's kind of like, are you just making this happen because it's something you want? You know, like, I don't know. I really like Teddy Fresh, and I think it deserves to.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and I would buy the products, and I think what happened is they made it, they wore it, they saw people liked it, and then they decided to promote it more to their audience. You know, they wanted it to be an independent thing. They wanted to be known for that, separate from their YouTube stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas
exactly.
It's slightly different with like Suki, and with, I know Suki perhaps different, but and Cloak is like, I don't know, the lines are a bit more blurred, I think.
I think so.
But hey.
Also, I really think that like Jack and Mark, especially Jack, I guess, have a bit of a younger audience than Age 3 has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
sure.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's also like a major thing to keep in mind.
But then again, like, just because your audience is younger, does that prohibit you from being able to create something like this? You know,
I don't think it does. No,
like take somebody who take Dan TDM, whose audience is like very young, most of it. Like if he wanted to make like whatever, something super much like a brand of cigars, because that's his new passion. That is weird, maybe because it's tobacco, bad example, but you know, like he should still be able to promote that somehow, you know?
Yeah, but should he do it to his younger audience?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, that's I think that's the question.
That's the audience he's got, but then again, that is also his platform. So just because his audience is younger, is he then unable to promote it at all on his channel? I don't know.
It is a bit of a minefield. It's a bit of a minefield, really, isn't it? But I don't know. I think it's okay. I think if it was cheaper, people wouldn't have a problem with it. Not that I think it should be cheaper. If it's like higher quality, then fair enough. You know, because even Suki came under criticism because it was a Japanese brand created by an Italian and a Swedish person living in England. You know, and people were a bit like, isn't that like a bit offensive to like proper Japanese brands? But you know, like. Is that,
but like with that logic, I mean,
exactly.
Using that logic, every sushi bar in like Stockholm is run by like either Swedish or Chinese people.
Exactly, you know, and everything sold
that
isn't local would be offensive. So I don't think that's really an argument.
No, for sure. Like there's so much good anime these days that is totally made in America, like the new Castlevania anime.
Have you watched that?
I just watched it.
I haven't
finished it.
But
oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've just heard everybody say it's like one of the best animes of the past year.
It's really good. It's cool. It's really good.
Yeah, and like it's American, but it's like based on Japanese IP. So
well, you know,
is it like?
Yeah, I think it's fine. But you know, they came under a lot of criticism for that as well. You know, so anything that's slightly
but then the
different,
anime turned out to be really good, and suddenly nobody cares. You know.
Yeah, anything that's slightly different, I think you're gonna get a bit of heat first of all. It'll blow over.
Yeah, for sure. I think.
Indigo, can I have this shirt?
Oh, this Tsuki thing?
Yeah.
Why, it's $108! But it's really cute though. But it's also sold out. So I'm sorry.
Is it though?
It is. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sold out in every size.
Too bad. It was really cute.
It was. We'll check it out. Maybe there's some kind of watch list. Hey, this one is available. Should I get this? We're looking at Suki merch right now. It's pretty cool.
It is cute.
I will say this. Looking at the cloak merch, a lot of it not really my style. Looking at the Tsuki merch, also not really my style. But I'd rather get the Tsuki merch because it's more fun, I guess.
Yeah.
With all the smiley faces and weird shapes and stuff. So yeah. Oh well. that being said,
How long?
sorry.
How long have we been going on?
35 minutes-ish.
35, okay.
I want to briefly, if you guys don't mind, just... Here's the thing. The Game Awards, ladies and gentlemen, is happening tonight at Swedish time. Oh, thank you, Maya. Did you just wipe booger on my face?
No, I licked my finger.
And... All right. Oh, my God.
You got it on camera.
Anyway, so here's the thing. Game Awards, the Game Awards that happen every year. Please stop that, Maya. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Maya's being a rascal. Game Awards are happening tonight at 2:30 a.m. Swedish time, 1:30 day by day time, and it's gonna be 2 hours long. And every year at the Game Awards, like obviously they hand out awards for Game of the Year and stuff like that, but they also bring a lot of game announcements and game reveals that are like usually very like big surprises, stuff like that. A lot of these rumored reveals this year have been leaking, and there are some things that are basically kind of confirmed. They're not confirmed, but people are kind of in the know that they're gonna happen. And
In the know, it's funny because that's a YouTube channel about gaming news.
yeah, that wasn't my intention, but yeah, thank you, Maya. But yeah, so obviously I'm planning on watching the Game Awards live tonight from 2:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. I might even be restreaming it alongside my reactions, maybe. But the big thing this year for me, in my heart of heart, my favorite game of all time, as I mentioned in some videos, my absolute favorite #1 game of all time,
Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing, which is the Crash Bandicoot Mario Kart rip-off spin-off game that they released after Crash Bandicoot 3, last game Naughty Dog did before they stopped making Crash Bandicoot games. I'm not gonna say it's the objectively best game I've ever played, but throughout my life, it's easily the game I've put the most hours into. It's such a good game, and I'm so good at it. Oh my God! But anyway, here's the thing: a Crash Team Racing remake has leaked over the past few days, made by the same team who made the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the PS4 and now the Nintendo Switch. It's been leaking more and more rumors about this being announced at the Game Awards tonight. If this is true, I'm gonna blow up, and that is the main reason why I gotta stream and watch this live, even though it's gonna be in the middle of the night and my sleeping habit is gonna be messed up. But
you're gonna be like me.
Yeah. But I just want to get it on camera for the record. If this is real, oh boy, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. What am I gonna do? Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. Dave, did you ever play Crash Team Racing?
Yeah, I did. I can vaguely remember it though. I think I had it. What was it on PlayStation 1?
Yes, PS1 back in the day.
Yeah, I think
they
I
also did release. So here's the thing: Naughty Dog, they lost the license, or they gave up the license to Crash after Crash Team Racing, and then since then, like a lot of different people have been making the Crash Bandicoot games, and then Vicarious Visions, another studio, got the license, and they made a Crash Team Racing sequel for the PS2 called Crash Nitro Kart, which isn't very good, sorry to say. However, Vicarious Visions then went on to make the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the PS4, which is really good. And if they're making the Crash Team Racing remake after making Nitro Kart, which wasn't very good 15 years ago, I don't know. I'm torn, but I'm still excited because it's my favorite game of all time. So
if it came out, would you stream playing it?
Oh, dude, I'll be there day one. I'm gonna hustle my way into getting early access somehow. I don't know how, but I'll try my best and stream it day one for sure.
Also, did I see you retweet or tweet about Nintendo, something to do with Nintendo and letting people use their games or something?
Oh,
yeah, that is a thing as well. So if people have missed it, Nintendo for the past 2 years-ish have been having this creator program on YouTube, which means that you can't, if you're a normal person, you cannot upload any Nintendo gameplay or you can't stream Nintendo games without Nintendo taking all of your revenue for some reason. However, they've had this creator program, which you could join to be a Nintendo YouTuber affiliate. And if you join that program, you can get up to 40% of your revenue, and Nintendo will take 60%.
And YouTube will take...
You still can't...
99% of that.
Yeah. So out of the cut you normally get from YouTube, Nintendo takes 60%. You still aren't allowed to stream it though if you're in the create program. So like, it's really weird. However, as of like 3 days ago ish, they've destroyed this entire program. They're like, nope, it's gone. It sucked. Sorry, it's gone now. Bye bye. So starting, I guess today, you're able to. Yeah.
Can you play and stream and stuff?
Yeah, so you can play games, you can stream it, upload it, do whatever as of today, basically. So, you know, if you want to get a Switch, Dave, this is the time to be a Switch gamer.
So how do you, when you play on your Switch, how do you stream it? Do you have a capture card?
Capture card.
Yes.
Elgato.
Yeah, like with most consoles. You just hook it up to a capture card like an Elgato Game Capture HD and plug that thing into your computer and then off you go. Cool. They have software for the Mac as well. It's been kind of buggy for me. Yeah. But technically, you could stream it on a MacBook Pro as well if you got the same software and hardware.
Cool.
But yeah, God, what a time to be alive. There are also rumored about a lot of Nintendo announcements coming at the Game Awards tonight, like a new Metroid trilogy for the Switch. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back to you next week with the Game Awards report.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, are you gonna be watching it, Dave?
Did you say it's like 2 a.m?
It starts 1:30 your time tonight.
Nope, I'm gonna be in bed.
Sounds good.
You can give us the lowdown.
Yeah, I will. Oh wow. Anything else on your chest today, Dave?
No, I don't think so. You guys working on anything at the moment?
Maya's just sticking out her tongue and looking at me, very tired.
I'm just fighting. Okay, so the thing is, almost every day, I always take a nap during the day. Sometime in between like 11 and 8 p.m.
So sometime during the day.
Sometime during
the day.
And I need my nap because otherwise I just like fall asleep anyway, kind of.
Yeah.
But my doctor gave me directive to try to not sleep during the day.
Oh
and
no.
It's really hard.
Oh no.
For me to just sleep during the night because like my body just shuts down and I've fallen asleep like I can sleep anywhere and everywhere really. Like when we've been traveling, I can sleep. Like I fall asleep at cafes or.
Oh yeah, you do.
Or like in conversations with people, or stuff. So I'm really like fighting to try to stay awake this whole day without taking a nap. Like I failed yesterday. I was awake until the point where it was just like Indigo told me to go to bed because I was just
you were unable to
I couldn't do anything
speak basically at around 3 in the afternoon. So it's a battle.
Weird. It's a battle. So I'm just like, oh my! I just remember that I'm not going to get my nap today, or I'm trying to like survive without it, and it's really hard. So yeah.
Are you gonna go to the gym today?
I don't know. I don't think I have the energy to do that.
I think maybe that could activate you, but maybe it's gonna be the opposite. I don't know.
I'll probably fall asleep afterwards.
Fall asleep in the sauna.
Fall asleep on the treadmill.
It's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fly off it. Like, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just fighting my tiredness. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because I think I still have like a little bit of that like infection that I got or a little bit of a cold or something. And you've been feeling it too, like
yeah, I have
some
not
kind of virus, something. But I always get like really sick from that. And you barely feel it sometimes, but it really sucks the energy out of me. So having that on top of like trying to stay awake, it's really hard for me. So that sucks. Yeah.
It's all right. Keep fighting. Yeah, maybe we should cut this episode a little early so you can get some rest / wake up. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling myself.
There's one thing before you go. So I was streaming on Twitch yesterday. I bought Just Cause 4 and I thought I'd stream it.
How is it?
Well, right, I was streaming it and I was like, this is weird. Like the graphics are weird. It seems kind of a bit, glitchy and like. But I was like, oh, maybe it's just because I'm streaming it. Like I'll try playing it, and then I stopped streaming and I tried playing it, and it's not great. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. The graphics seem a bit. It's definitely worse than Just Cause 3, or I think. Yeah, and it's just not as fun as Just Cause 3. It's changed a little bit. I don't know. I've only played a couple of hours of it, and I'm going to stream a bit more of it later.
Are you playing on a standard PS4?
Yeah. So
So I watched one review of it yesterday, Just Cause 4, and they basically said it's Just Cause 3 again. Pretty much, and not much else. So, like, if you want more Just Cause 3, it's good.
It kind of
Otherwise,
is,
it's
but
not.
They've taken away some features, and it just doesn't seem as fun. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't jumped into it enough yet.
How much have you played it?
I've played a couple of hours, but like, it's not really clear what you need to do. Like in 3, it was clear what areas you need to go and blow up or whatever. But I don't really know what's going on yet. But I'm gonna goof around a little bit on it later, and we'll see. But I'll keep you updated.
I just searched Just Cause 4 graphics on YouTube, and top video said Just Cause 4 graphics are awful on the PS4.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because I thought it was just because I was streaming, and I thought, the frames just drop in. It's being weird.
Oh, I see a lot of like trees and stuff like popping in as you're flying through it.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's a bit all over the place. But hey, there's still some fun bits in it, so I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I did enjoy Just Cause 3 quite a bit.
Oh, I loved 3. Yeah, I loved 3. That was why I was excited for it.
Yeah, it did get to me a little bit repetitive after a while. I didn't do much of the story though. I mostly just flew around and did stuff.
Flew around and like put up cows against the wall.
Yeah, but that's a fun part, man. That's what the game's all about.
There was one funny bit when I was streaming where you have to like park alongside on the road and then pick someone up, and then like throw him off a cliff. So I pulled up to pick him up, and he was just about to get in the car, and then another car drove around me and ran him over, and I failed the mission.
No way!
Yeah, I got someone sent me the clip of it. It's quite funny. But hey, yeah, should we end it there so you guys so Maya can try and stay awake or sleep?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I'm gonna get some lunch as well. Do you want some lunch?
Yeah. Maybe have some juice or something.
Lie down with my Nintendo Switch.
Sounds like a plan.
It's very hard not to sleep doing this.
It's alright. I'm gonna get going and shoot some videos today. I'm trying to get back into doing videos where I sit and do stuff and not just post remixes and songs every day. So we'll see. I did a video reacting to fan videos yesterday. It was pretty fun. So yeah, got some more stuff cooking. Dave, you got any videos coming up? Do you want to talk about briefly before we leave?
Nothing solid planned. There's a couple of things I'm thinking about doing today because I was off Monday and Tuesday. I wasn't working, so I'm a bit behind on things. So I need to kind of get back into it a little bit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm a little bit the same.
Yeah, I have so many videos that they're just waiting to be finished. Like I just need to finish editing them, but
also I think with like the whole like EU thing, I think I've just like lost a bit of motivation because I'm like, is this like an exercise in futility? Like in a couple months, is everything going to disappear? So I need to kind of remotivate myself a little bit, I think.
I see where you're going at. But hey, if it all comes down, if Article 13 gets its way, we can all just move to Japan.
Yeah, like I think I want to be making videos. It's just my motivation has just disappeared. I need to push. I need to kind of get back up there. Yeah, and I think that's probably what triggered it. But I don't. It's not. It's not a good excuse. I should be doing better. I'm just. That's probably what did it.
Yeah. We'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can blame bad motivation. You can't blame that on yourself because that's nothing you control over yourself.
Yeah.
You can't decide like, no, I'm gonna be motivated. You need something to light that fire.
Yeah.
So you light that spark. So
yeah,
just try to find.
That is true. Try doing something cool, and hopefully you'll get the motivation back.
Yeah. Well, I was off a couple of days, so hopefully, that should help.
Yeah.
I should be able to get back into it this week. But yeah, man, you want to take us home, Indigo?
Cool. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to rate us on iTunes and stuff like that. Before we leave, Maya, if people want to find more of your sleepy yet amazing content, where can they find you?
You can find me YouTube and Instagram and Twitter at Maya Fennick, and also on Patreon. And yeah.
Cool.
And I'm sorry for being a bit off this week.
It's all right. It's all right. And Dave, Creative Genius, where can they find your genius creativity?
Day by
if
Day.
They want to hear more
on YouTube, and then Day by Day I don't know what my TikTok is. Day by Day Official, I think.
I think it's Day by Day Official.
And then Instagram and Twitter is at Dave Delirious. What about you, Andigo?
Cool.
Where can we find you?
I'm Andigo on YouTube, Andigo Skyborn everywhere else, and I still don't have a TikTok. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst, but I will be getting one maybe in the future. Sleep tight, Maya. Good night.
Feel better, Maya. Hope you get better.
Thank you.
Cheers.